learning right triangle trigonometry. So our objectives are to use trigonometry to determine what unknown sides and angles of right triangles, and to know the definitions of tangent, cotangent functions, and definitions of secant and cosecant. And we need to pause because I didn't tell you what you know already.
Yeah.
You know the basic sine, cosine, tangent, like a little bit of it, brief overview. This is like an Algebra 2 lesson. So usually you've had some little geometry or something. So that's what you know as far as trigonometry goes. Right triangles, if you're in Algebra 2, I hope you know what a right triangle is. So there we go. Here is some fabulous handouts that I made.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. I also put the objectives at the top of your page so you don't lose those, because you will want to know what you're learning all semester. So we're going to go ahead and do the warm-up. You have 2 boxes at the top of your, or center of your page, I guess. So go ahead and, for the first one, solve for x. And then for the second one, find the values of sine, cosine, tangent for your angle C, which your angle C is right up here. Okay, can I get Greg to go up and do number 1 and Alex to do number 2, please? Awesome. I like those answers. Greg, can you explain what you did in the first one? Because that might be a little confusing to some people.
Okay, so I used the Pythagorean theorem because it's got a little box that knows a right triangle.
Uh-huh.
So it says that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c's our hypotenuse.
So you chose A to be x,
Yep.
B to be 9, and C is plugged it in?
Uh-huh.
I like it. Does anybody have any questions for Greg? No? Sweet. Alex, can you kind of explain what you did? I see you got some H's, O's, and A's. Where'd
Yeah.
those come from?
Well, from our like acronym that is how I learned it. So KOTOA. So
Okay.
sine equals opposite over hypotenuse.
Okay.
So like opposite, like I identified C on the triangle. So like the opposite of C is 4, and then the hypotenuse is 5. And then so then you get 4/5, and then cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So then adjacent is 3, and then hypotenuse is 5, and then tangent is opposite over adjacent, and so that's 4/3.
Perfect. Does anybody have any questions for Alex? No. It looks like you guys got a good grasp on that. So,
I have a question.
you do. I'm sorry.
Can you just go to the previous slide? Do you write something in front of sign, or is just like only sign?
I'm not being particular about that yet, but we are going to get there. We do want to take the sine of the angle. So there should be a C here. C, C, C. Since this is a warm-up, we're not going to get into that quite yet, but we will
Okay.
in the next slide. Okay. Ready? What sides of a triangle are used in each function? So we do want to find our sine, our cosine, our tangent for these, which we just did in our warm-up. So for our sine of angle A, we are going to take our opposite over our hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse. For our cosine, we're going to take our adjacent over our hypotenuse. And then for tangent, we take our opposite of A, so opposite of A over adjacent. Those you kind of know already. But what about these three? These look a little scary, but they're not. So we have the cosecant of A, which is going to be the reciprocal. Does anybody know what reciprocal means?
The opposite.
Opposite. So what we're going to do, it looks hard, it's not. We're going to flip it. So we have our hypotenuse over our opposite. So we took this fraction and we flipped it upside down. Any idea of what our secant of A could be? What do we do to the sine? Yeah, Greg.
Hypotenuse over your adjacent side.
Perfect. We just flipped that one. And then we're going to do the same to cotangent. What Alex mentioned earlier was a function that we called SOHCAHTOA, which is a little acronym in order to help us remember our sine, cosine, tangent functions. So we have SOH, so, ka, to, And so what this means is our sine is going to be our opposite over hypotenuse, so you can put a little slash there if you want. Cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So that is a little acronym that will help you remember these three, and then those three will follow. Sometimes you might see this labeled as X, Y, and R. And those are just variable replacements for O, H, and A. So this would be X over R, Y over R, X over Y, and then those would be flipped as well. I know that's how our textbook has written it a few times. So don't be scared when you see those letters. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and do this example, and we'll talk about it in a minute.
All of it.
Go ahead and do all of it. You can do it. A. Oh, shoot. Why did
Oh.
that get? It's right on your sheet, isn't it?
No.
Well, the instructions say C.
So yeah, we'll just do A. Well, it's just
Yeah, this should be an A.
I didn't even catch it. I just started
I knew
filling
it.
them.
I was like, well, I wrote these and then it was right at one time and then I changed things. So angle A. Sorry about that.
Do you want us to simplify?
Yes,
Okay.
please. We always like our answers simplified.
I forgot to mention that Greg would be behaving as a gifted student. Sorry for that.
Get gifted, Greg.
Okay, since we do have a short period today, I would normally have you guys come up here and help me with these, but let's just go through them. So what did we get for sine?
3/5.
What was that? 3/5. 3/5. What was your fraction that you came up with these numbers? And then we'll simplify from there.
24/40.
24/40. So we have, okay. Ooh, 24/40. And then we said that is equal to 3/5.
Divide both by 8.
Good, I like it. What about our sine, or cosine, sorry. Cosine, what do we
32
get?
over 40.
32 over 40. Simplified.
4 over 5.
Oh, sorry.
Perfect. Tangent.
24 over 32.
24 over 32. Simplified is
3/4.
okay. Cosecant.
Flip them all, right?
You do flip them all. So do we need to simplify and do all the work?
No.
Let's just take the shortcut. Sorry, but shortcuts are okay once in a while. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay. Fabulous. We do have a little trick because we are going to learn some special values. So I have some neat little stickers for you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
So you're gonna want to stick them on your fingers, just like we see on our board. So take your hand. So we have our left hand. 0 on your thumb. 30 on your index finger. 45 on that grand middle finger there. 60 on that ring finger. And 90 on the pinky. So we have the left hand should look a little spotty. Okay, so these special values are only for these 5 angles. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna count your fingers. We're starting with 0 though, we're not with 1. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we want to find the sine of 0. So we have 0, and then we're going to put this over the square root, or under the square root, so we have a square root sign, and 2, so we have that fraction. So we have 0 under the square root, and you can fill in your table with this too. So we have 0 under the square root, all over 2. Can we simplify that?
0.
0. Good. Now let's do 30. What number is 30 on?
1.
1.
1. So we have the square root of 1 over 2. Can we simplify that one?
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
1/2.
Good, we have 1/2. 45. What number finger is it?
3.
Whoa, 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 we're starting with 0. 0, 1, 2. So we have the square root of 2. Square root of 2 over 2. Can we simplify that? Can we simplify the square root of 2 over 2? No. No. We can't. I'm sorry. We got stuck there. So we're going to leave it as a square root of 2 over 2. But what about 60? What finger is that? 0, 1, 2, 3. Square root of 3 over 2. Can we simplify that?
Nope.
Nope. What about 90? Hold on. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Square root of 4 over 2. And that is going to be 2 over 2, which equals 1. What was your question back there?
Why are we dividing by 2?
Why are we dividing by 2? Well, we're going to work on this next lesson, but this all corresponds with triangles, with right triangles, and the way they're set up, you'll see how they're divided by 2. But we're going to work on that tomorrow. Is that okay? Can you wait for that answer?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
I mean, the numerator made sense. I don't know why, but still okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know still why.
Why we're starting with 0?
Or like, why, I mean, yeah, why 0? Because, I mean, how did it come that I have to select the first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger?
This
Why?
is just a trick to remember it. So
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, why it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4?
all these numbers are going to correspond with triangles, which we're going to work with tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So even numerator has to do with the triangles.
No, the hand trick doesn't have anything to do with the triangles. It just helps you remember these special values.
Oh, okay.
But we're going to learn about those triangles tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to go to the cosine. But this time, you're going to count from the other side. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 0, 1, 2, 3. Whoa. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But you're going to use your same things. So, I'm going to leave you guys to do cosine by yourselves. And I know you can do it. Ready? Go. Is everything okay up front?